Arsenal have just signed Christian Norgaard, the 31-year-old Denmark international from Brentford for £10 million with £5 million performance add-ons. He was Brentford's captain. He covers pretty much every blade of grass from centre defensive midfielder. He's a right-footed centre defensive midfielder. And also, his strength really is breaking up play. Now, let me give you the reasons why I think this is a good signing for Arsenal and really good business. Christian Norgaard, I mean, centre defensive midfielder, and that is what we're getting. He is a man that very much sticks to that role. You don't see him go further up the field actually at all in his career. He's been very much that sixth role from when he first started playing football. Now, for me, that positional discipline is key. I think when we look at Martin Zubimendi, which I mentioned before, which y'all didn't see, I speak about Martin Zubimendi, that he is quite positionally loose. He's a centre defensive midfielder, but you see him go up the field, you might see him in the opposition's box, you might see him drop into the back line. I think with Christian Norgaard, we're getting a player that very much sticks to that sixth role, sweeps in front of the back line, and for me, that discipline is needed. Also, you lot know this, yeah, about me. Premier League experience. That's my number one always. I always go for, when I see a signing, I want good Premier League experience. And Christian Norgaard embodies that. Obviously, since being with Brentford from when they've been promoted, he's played in the Premier League and been a mainstay in that Brentford midfield. The reason why I think this is such a big benefit for Arsenal as well with Christian Norgaard is the fact that, you know, we've got Martin Zubimendi, who's coming from out the league. If he takes a bit of time to adjust into the Arsenal midfield, at least you've got Christian Norgaard that can slot straight in. Obviously, there might be a little bit slight difference in quality potentially, but the benefit for Christian Norgaard is he's Premier League proven, so we don't have too much to worry about. Martin Zubimendi may take time to bed in. We look at Mikel Merino. I understand bad collarbone or shoulder from Gabriel Magalhaes injuring him, but even still before that, or when he returned, he took a bit of time to adjust into that midfield. I remember Mikel Merino joining and fans were questioning, was this a worthy signing? Was this a worthy signing? Because in my opinion, he hadn't really adjusted properly. However, he's now very much adjusted. Granted that you could laugh and say, yeah, he's adjusted into a striker position. But no, we saw him play a few games as well in the midfield towards the back end of the season, and he seems more comfortable in that position. So if Martin Zubimendi takes a bit of time to mesh in, at least Christian Norgaard can step in straight there. Now, we know that we're getting Brentford's captain, another leader in the midfield. Again, I think that's very important to say because we look at Declan Rice, was the captain at West Ham. He has actually captained England as well. Martin Odegaard, captain in midfield, our captain for his nation as well. Christian Norgaard, maybe not be the captain for Denmark, but he is a captain. He was captain for Brentford. So that is a midfield three, if exposed and played, is a bunch of leaders. And I think in the midfield, I think that's where you need your leaders mostly to drive you to a win, or even defensively, midfield is key. So we've got leadership in there. I think is very, very important. He also stands at 6'1" as well, so another 6-footer. We know how Mikel Arteta likes the tall players. Tall player, we're getting loads, the Calafiori's, the Declan Rice's, the Havertz's, the Mikel Merino's, now Christian Norgaard as well. Tall. Now, cost effectiveness. People keep laughing online. Good business from Arsenal. Where's my striker? This can't be good business until we get a striker. It is good business. Why is it? What, £10 million for a number 2? Can't complain about that, people. Come on. That is a good price. Now, the reason why I can compare it to Jorginho, for instance, £12 million we got Jorginho for. We're getting Christian Norgaard, basically his replacement, for less than that. They both arrived at 31 years old. I think Jorginho came and signed for Arsenal when he was 31. Christian Norgaard is also 31. That also leans into the whole, we're bringing in a player with experience. For me, I'll be real, experience in age. I think there's a massive difference. I said this on a live recently with Curtis. I think there's a massive difference between experience in age and experience actually within the game. Obviously, you want to look for more experience within the game, so international tournaments experience, which he has got that, but like finals, getting it over the line, winning trophies, that's, for me, real experience. Jorginho had that. Christian Norgaard, I mean, he's played in big games, he's played in the Premier League for a long time. It still comes with experience, which the younger players may try and hold or pull from. So again, another benefit. I think these are all good signs that we are getting a good player, and it is good business from Arsenal Football Club, signing Christian Norgaard for £10 million. Obviously, we're getting, as many of us have been saying online, and that's how I kind of feels like we're getting a number 2, a backup midfielder. So when Martin Zubimendi's not available, or if he's having a dip in form, that's when you bring Christian Norgaard in. However, with Arteta, you just never know. You never know. He might be coming in to challenge Martin Zubimendi. I don't put anything past Mikel Arteta. After the Ramsdale-Raya thing, maybe coming into challenging, but it's most likely that he's becoming a number 2. And I got a little quote here from the director at Brentford. I think his name is Phil Giles. He says, he's been a fantastic player for us, unbelievable. I'm actually happy for him with the opportunity at this age, 31, at this stage of his career, to have an opportunity to go and try and win some trophies. So the Brentford director, he's passing on a nice message that we're getting, a fairly good player, that has been, a mainstay at Brentford, like I mentioned before. Since they come up, I think he's played 122 games. He scored 11 goals and 13 assists in that time in the Premier League. And if we look at last season's numbers, he got 5 goals and 4 assists, people. That's not a bad return. Not a bad return. That's more than, the player that we've got we had in our midfield playing his position. It's more than what he got for Arsenal last season. And that player played and had a pretty good season. So, it's a good return. I'm happy. Christian Norgaard, very happy with that signing. And he's also settled. He's been at Brentford for the majority of the time being in the Premier League. So he's settled here in London. Got a nice family, he's comfortable, doesn't need to have any distractions here. He's a senior player. So very sensible, good signing from Arsenal. And I'm going to reel off, just to finish, his injury record, because we have to do this. Nowadays, I always say, availability is the best ability. So we've got to talk about his injury record. He's missed 53 games for Brentford since being in the Premier League. It's here nor there how big that is. There's a multiple list of different injuries, from like head injuries, foot injuries, ankle injury, back injury. But with age, that tends to happen. 53 games isn't a massive amount for the amount of seasons he's been in the Premier League. So injury record, not nothing to really worry about. Like I said, and plus we kind of see him as a number 2 in that midfield as well. So nothing to worry about too much there. We'll leave it there. So now it's time to say, from me and everyone at AFTV, welcome Christian Norgaard. There's darkness over there. The darkness is coming. Grey skies. This weather is the bane of my life.